Good morning, my name is Specialist Martinez, and this morning I will be conducting a block instruction on how to identify topographic symbols on a military map. Okay? For this task, I have my task, condition, and standard sheet. I also have my delivery, risks, assessment worksheet, and I got my outline. All right? With that being said, the overall risk of assessment right now is low. We are in an indoor environment, in a classroom, so please be mindful of the outlets on the floor sticking out, and also, if you don't mind, just pushing any spare chairs so nobody can bump into it or get hurt. In the event of a fire, we're gonna exit that door right there, all the way to the hallway, and we're gonna meet up in the parking lot in front of the building for accountability. All right, with that being said, let's start the class. Okay, the task assigned for today is how to identify topographic symbols on a military map. Conditions. You are a member of a squad or a team in a field environment and have been given a 1 in 50,000 scale military map and a requirement to identify symbols and the marginal information on a map. Okay, so you guys will be given, each of you, a map like this. Each of you will have a map, so you guys will be able to identify that. Also, you guys will given a pencil, so it will be easy for you to accomplish this task. Okay, the standard to follow is how to identify basic colors, how to identify topographic symbols, and also how to identify marginal information on a map. All right, so immediately following the training, you'll be evaluated on the individual basis. In order to receive an overall goal for this task, you must receive a goal in each performance step evaluated. And you will be evaluated one at a time in this room. All right? Okay, let's keep moving. So, in order to identify topographic symbols on a military map, one of the basic skills you need to be able to do is identify the six basic colors and what they represent, and identify the symbols as well and all the marginal information in that military map. And it can be done in several ways. This class will cover how to identify each color, each symbol, and all the marginal information that we will find in a military map. I will demonstrate this task at full speed, followed by step-by-step explanation, and after that you will have the time to practice the task to the standard before we begin the evaluations. All right, with that being said, I'm gonna demonstrate full speed for that, but first I'm gonna have you guys have this table, a reference table right here, so you guys can refer to the colors, because we'll be using these colors to identify some symbols in there, but also it will help us to get some logic through the task. All right, so the first color we have is black. Okay, so what black represents? Black represents features such as buildings, it also represents cultural features, okay? And the next color is blue. What does blue represent? Blue represents water, but it can also represent lakes, it can represent rivers. The next color is brown. And brown represent the cultivated land. And also it represents elevation, such as contour. Okay. The next color to follow is green, which is vegetation. And this also can be like woods, orchards. Okay. Next one we have red. And red represents populated areas. Main roads. And last but not least, we got red brown. Okay. And this also identifies as same as brown, identifies the elevations and contours. But also represents the main roads. Okay. All right, so now we already identified the 6 basic colors and also what do they represent. Now we're gonna go through full speed right here in the map, and then I will let you guys practice. So, first of all, we have the first point. We have the sheet name, which is at the top of the map, in the center, bold print letters. So this one will be for Campbell Military Installation Map. All right. Also can be found on the lower left on the map. So right here, you guys see it right there. Okay. Now we're gonna look for the sheet number, which is gonna be in the upper left on the map. The upper left. Your left, my left. Upper left of the map. So that will be over here. That's the sheet name right here, which is the acronymic for Campbell Military Installation Map. Okay. The Sears name will be found in the bold print on the left corner on the margin. So it's going to be over here on the left upper corner. So it's Kentucky. Okay. And also the scale will be on the upper left in the margin, so it's right there. So this will be 1 in 50,000, but also can be found on the center of the map, right up the scale right there. Okay. All right. Now we're going to the Sears number. The Sears numbers will be found on the right upper margin. So it's right there. That's the Sears number right there, which will consist of a letter and then numbers. In this case, this is B7615. All right. The addition number, which will be on the same size, right here. So in this case is 003. And in this boundary, so that will be on the lower right on the margin, right here. So we got your boundaries and the counties right there. Okay, follow it of the adjoining sheets diagram right next to it. Elevation guide right below. And declination diagram, so that will be where you can get your grids and your MG coordinates right there. Bar scales right next to it, right here. The contour interval notes. So the contour interval notes is right there. And from point 13 to point 20, your Shepherd note, your grid note, your projection note, your vertical dome note, they're all going to be found right in this little box right here, right below your scale bar. All right, moving on. So from 13 to point 20, you guys gonna be find all these notes right here. After that, we have the grid reference box. So the grid reference box is gonna be located on the center, on the lower margin. So that will be right there. Reference box right there. This map has it on the lower left. Okay, the unit imperial symbol, which is going to be located on the left side on the lower margin. Okay, so that will be this map right here. That's what the symbol is, the imperial symbol. And then last but not least, we're going to go with the legend. We have the legend right here, which is going to help you define all the symbols on the map, and also the military legend right here, what specific things these maps or this installation has for this military map. Alrighty. With that being said, I'll be going through all this again, step by step, with you guys, so you guys can feel more comfortable and you guys can feel more a little bit better to how identify each of the colors and what it does. So okay, so we're going to go through the first standard, how to identify the colors. We have the colors right here: black, blue, brown, green, red, and brown. Okay, so we go to the map. So black, we're going to the map, and we're going to locate the buildings. We're going to use our logic for that. So we got a couple buildings right there in that area. All right, now we're going to go with blue. We're going to look for water. Okay, we have this big river right here running down along with the map. Now we're doing for brown. Brown, it's going to be some cultivated areas, some land, some contours. So we got a couple contour lines in there. And now we're going with green. Green is going to be the vegetation. So we got all these green right here on that. Okay. And the red. Red, it's populated areas and main roads. So we got that main road over here. That could be. Now we're going to go with the red-brown, which is the contour lines, so that's all this the contour right here. Another main road too. All right. So the next standard, it will be how to identify topographic symbols. For that, we will use legend. Now that we learned where legend on the map is, and that will explain us better where the roads are, where the vegetation is, what are the symbols for that, the roads, all the topographic symbols. So we'll be able to identify railroads, by example, or the main roads over here, mark it down, point it down too. So that can be found all in legend. All right, moving on. All right, so after we got the last test, which is we already went over, it was identify the marginal information. So now I will guys give you some time to practice. Okay, I will give you guys 20 minutes to practice, and after those 20 minutes, we'll come back and we will start the evaluations. Okay. Okay, those 20 minutes have been passed already. I will restate the task, and I will restate the standards that we have to follow. So the task was to identify some topographic symbols on a military map. And the standards was how to identify the basic colors, how to identify the topographic symbols, and how to identify the marginal information on the map. Okay? Again, I'm gonna review the test with you guys. You guys gonna have an evaluation sheet here with 14 questions. And remember, the overall goal for this is for you guys to pass with the goal and most of these questions, okay? So, before we start the evaluation, you guys got any questions for me? Any concerns about what we just learned? And if you don't, okay, so I will give you guys another 20 minutes to start your individual hands-on evaluation, all right? So you guys can do it. All right. Okay, those 20 minutes has been passed. Please pass all those tests to the front of the tables. I will collect them, and then I'm gonna start evaluating those results. If I see that you guys have more failure than pass or no goes than goes, then I will retrain you guys again. We'll be going over the task and the standards, and also I will reevaluate you guys too. Okay. Okay. So now, if you guys all pass, this is an overall go. I will take the results to my commander, so he can be evaluated for you guys. Okay. So now we are going to conduct AAR. What was supposed to happen? It was to how identify the topographic symbols in the military map, and what actually happened was that we have to identify the 6 basic colors that we did. We also identified the symbols on the marginal military map, and also we went to the marginal information. Okay, right now, do you guys got any sustains for me? No? Any improves? Okay, any suggestions? How can I present this block of instruction a little bit better? Okay, all right, so once again, the overall risk is still low. There was no incidents. So the controls that we utilized early were effective. So now, please, we're gonna do a quick police call inspection. Just make sure you guys leave this room like it was. No trash, please. All the trash deposit on the trash can right there. And now we're gonna close out the evaluation. All right. And this concludes my CIT training for today.